Another beautiful day, deep divers. We got birds, a whole new location, raising the frequency, raising the vibration. I'm sending you all tons of good ass energy today, deep divers. Take that, take that, take that. Now, I know I've got a lot of young people watching my videos, and a lot of people look up to me. A lot of people right now are waking up, and sometimes you wake up when you're really young. Happened to me when I was a teenager. I started to wake up, and there are so many benefits about being highly awake, but there's also a dark side. Oh no, yes, there is a dark side to being highly awake. We got a whole lot to talk about. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in this magical place in the heart of nature. Now, you laugh at me because I'm different. I laugh at you because you're all the same. What? Slow motion this side. Now, there is a dark side of being highly awake. A lot of people say, Ralph, gosh, your life must be perfect. There's a dark side, deep divers. And dark isn't always bad. Why do we think dark is bad? It's a dark day. No, dark is good. Dark is illuminating. Without the darkness, you would not be able to see the stars, deep divers. We become illuminated in the darkness. There's a dark side, a real dark side to being highly awake. But this is actually liberating, and it's nothing to be afraid of. The dark night of the soul happens. That is the rites of passage. That is the initiation to having an awakening. Going through the dark night of the soul. You see, it takes the breakdown to have the breakthrough. And that's why I said religion is for people who are afraid of going to hell. Spirituality is for people who've already been there. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? Oh, you've been to hell, Ralph? Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me tell you this, deep divers. The dark side of being highly awake. It reminds me of a song, and it goes a little something like this. You go through life being misunderstood. A lot of people who are waking up right now, they go through their life every single day being misunderstood. Family don't get you. Friends don't get you. It seems like you're the black sheep of your family. It seems like you're the fringe dweller. It seems like you're the outcast. It seems like you're the outlaw. And because of this, a lot of people who are highly awake, they often find themselves alone. They often find themselves cut off from the rest of the mainstream, because it's not that they aren't likable or they don't have a lot of friends. It's just that they don't have time to pretend. Okay? They have a low tolerance for bullshit. And that's why when you are highly awake, a lot of the times you get the massive awakening. Sometimes when you're still in the system. It happened to me. And this is why you choose, it's a choice to say, actually, I don't want to follow the crowd. It's better to be alone than follow the crowd going in the wrong direction. So because of this, a lot of the times, people who are highly awake often spend a lot of time alone. And that's a blessing. You see, I'm here to remind you that actually we are never alone, because the universe always sends someone. But for those who find it hard sometimes just to be alone, I'm here to remind you. Remind yourself, you don't want to follow the crowd, because the crowd is the matrix. So being highly awake, you got a choice to make. To go with the crowd going in the wrong direction, or to stand in your truth. And sometimes you might find yourself standing alone with a cat down the road. Well, we can do that. We can do that, deep divers, okay? The dark side of being highly awake. I spoke of the dark night of the soul. You also have to confront your shadow. You see, most people in this society have not done the shadow work. And when you are highly awake, you have to see things about yourself. You have to be honest, say, actually, I have a lot of unresolved issues. I got a whole lot of work to do. We got a whole lot to talk about. And therefore, you are faced with this reality that you aren't only good, you're bad and darn right ugly. You see, authenticity includes both positive and negative. And you realize that actually I'm the positive, but also I'm the negative. And a lot of people right now being highly awake, because a lot of people I meet are very awake. The dark side, though, comes when sometimes people say you're a conspiracy theorist because you're saying every single day, we ain't having it. They call you a conspiracy theorist because you don't want to wear a face mask. They call you a conspiracy theorist because you don't want to be in lockdown. They call you a conspiracy theorist because you don't want a vaccine passport. They call you a conspiracy theorist because you got a mind of your own. They call you a conspiracy theorist because all you want to do is just, breathe in that good ass prana, baby. And I want to remind you, deep divers, conspiracy theorist, that term was created by the CIA to stop people waking up. And I'm here to remind you, you're not crazy, you're just waking up. You see, most people don't think for themselves. They are only living a life that their parents want them to live, that society wants them to live. They're not free. They are living according to traditions and cultures which actually enslave them. And a lot of people who are highly awake, they want to be free. They're free spirits, their soul is free. And because of this, sometimes they get in trouble because they forget that they're living in this 3D matrix and there are rigid rules. But as you are awakening, you realize the only laws are divine laws, divine order. Man-made laws aren't real. Look, they can change the time at any time. 1 hour backward, 1 hour forward. Therefore, it's an illusion. Time, man-made time, is an illusion. Shout out to everyone right now who is standing in their truth. When we talk of the dark side of being highly awake, we have to also talk about being the odd one out. Now, I actually see this as a blessing in disguise. Like, I was always the odd one out. I'm left-handed, by the way, deep divers. Do you know my grandma? She was born in Sierra Leone. And if you were left-handed, they used to beat you because they thought you were like a chosen one, that you had special powers. Because everyone used to write with their right hand. Only a few people would write with their left hand. You see, as someone who is highly awake, you are sometimes singled out because you are unique. You are sometimes singled out because sometimes you are the odd one out. Everyone in your classroom is just listening to the teacher. Press rewind back at school. You are looking out of the window because you're like, actually, I should be out there, not in here, getting programmed. The dark side of being highly awake is actually when you realize 7-day vegan challenge, you're all around the table and they say, hey, stop being fussy. 7-day vegan challenge, okay? What, you don't eat butter? What, you don't eat eggs? What, you don't eat meat? And sometimes it was hard for me. I've been plant-based. I've been a vegan for over 15 years. Okay, I wake up every single day with a whole bunch of grapes in my mouth. And I remember, deep divers, the first time when I went plant-based, I was at a wedding and I had people, even I know, certain family members, they're like, gosh, Ralph, you're losing weight. Gosh, that's a terrible thing to do. Don't you know you need to eat meat? You need to eat eggs. You need to eat processed foods? I'm like, no, I don't. I can just eat leafy greens and vegetables and I'm good to go. So you are often seen as fussy because you actually care about your health. Go figure. Oh, you're the person who loves cold pressed juice. That's because cold pressed juice actually preserves the enzymes which actually help you digest food. Okay, so continue being a fussy plant-based eater, deep divers. I'm rooting for you. Okay, the dark side of being highly awake. Let me talk to you. Now, this happens to me all the time. People are like, Ralph, gosh, I can't believe you said that. You are supposed to be spiritual. I told you. Spirituality means accepting the good, bad, and ugly about yourself, okay? So you are often sometimes seen as holier than thou, the Dalai Lama, okay? Because people think, oh, because you're highly awake, you must be meditating every single day and burning sage and being a perfect righteous being. And they forget that, hey, you're still human. Like, I am a multi-dimensional being having a human experience. At the same time, I'll still put your ass in your place, okay? I can't believe you said that. Oh, I got more to say for you, okay? So a lot of people forget that just because you're highly awake, it doesn't mean that you're a softie. It means that you're also confident. It means you're also full of audacity. It means you can also speak up for yourself. And sometimes people might find you a bit hard. They might see, gosh, this person really can speak. So much power. And I don't like that, because spiritual people are just supposed to be passive and quiet and docile. No, you got the wrong one. The dark side of being highly awake, it's actually a blessing. But many times we put pressure on ourselves to reach unattainable goals of nirvana. And sometimes we give ourselves such a hard time in trying to meditate 5 hours a day and 6 hours a day, and there's a lot of competition. Spirituality, once again, is when you accept who you are. You're not here to compete with Ralph Smart. I'm not here to compete with you. And you definitely aren't here to compete with the cat down the road, okay? So when we talk of us realizing we are enough, we don't have to try hard to be. We are already a magnificent creation. And this is why a lot of people who are highly awake, sometimes they got to learn how to give themselves a break. You're doing better than you think. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Like a proud dad, deep divers. The dark side of being highly awake is that sometimes you forget. Many people are just blindly listening to what the media say, what the television says, and they can't think for themselves. And sometimes because of this, you realize that so many people have been programmed. And because of this, you often get into arguments with people. Sometimes you get into disagreements because you're like, I just wish you would wake up, right? Happens to me all the time. Actually, not anymore, but it used to. Because I now realize everybody wakes up at a different time. And as a highly awake being, you have to understand that the truth can't be told, it has to be realized. What? Slow motion this side. The dark side of being highly awake. Sometimes we can think we know so much. Then life humbles us, okay? Enlightenment is knowing how much you don't know. So as a highly awake being, you realize, gosh, I thought I knew it. No, there's always more to learn. So you are faced with this reality that you don't know shit. You could have just read like 5,000 books, but that isn't the truth, right? Because the truth is something you can't read in a book. Oh, deep divers, right? So you realize you are just the same as everyone else. It's just that you are aware that there is more to life than meets the eye. So I want to remind you, deep divers, it is a blessing, a gift to be highly awake. At the same time, being highly awake means that you have to take a look at your shadow. You have to integrate your shadow into yourself. You also have to realize you didn't come here to be perfect. You came here to be real. Also, you have to realize everyone wakes up at a different time. Not everyone's gonna make it. And a lot of us who are highly awake, we have to watch people close to us, family and friends, be programmed in the matrix and still keep a straight face. Okay, it's time to smile, deep divers. And then just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? Beautiful deep divers. I love all of you. Let's just, woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Such a beautiful day, deep divers. Shout out to everyone who's been getting the wonderful good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. And if you're a sexy ass model, woo, who's highly awake, you want to model the clothing? Well, let me know why you have what it takes to model the clothing, okay? Add me on Instagram for more daily inspiration at official Ralph Smart, and Facebook at Ralph Smart. Check out the new book, Deep Divers, for more powerful information just like this. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/thebook. And of course, Snapchat, add me there at GoodAssPrana, at GoodAssPrana, baby. They tried to bury us, they forgot we were seeds. Deep divers, remind yourself, stay as free as you can, because that's our birthright, after all. Hey, I see a lot of people doing the breathing in that good ass prana challenge. Upload a video to YouTube if you haven't done it, of you breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Put in the title, Breathing in That Good Ass Prana, Ralph Smart Infinite Waters. I'm picking 10 people every single month, giving them grand prizes, like having a conversation with me in nature. Deep divers, stay woke. I love all of you. One love, one love, one love. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You breathe in that good ass prana, baby. So good every time. Have a beautiful day, deep divers. Peace.